Okay, today let's have a nice simple no-brainer item cooked in a crock pot. Well, it's going to be chicken and rice with ginger and vegetables. On the board there are the vegetables all cut up. I turned the crock pot on about a half an hour ago, put it on high, and then I started dicing everything up, so when I put it in there it's going to be hot already. On the board we have 1.5 pounds of chicken breast meat cut in strips, not too thick, not too thin. 5 ounces of onions, small dice. Jasmine rice, we're going to use 2 cups. Green pepper 4 ounces. Garlic 1 tablespoon. Celery 3 ounces. Carrots 3 ounces. 3 each bay leaves. Half a teaspoon of thyme. 2 teaspoons of sea salt, which I may adjust later on. And a half a teaspoon of black pepper, again I may adjust that later, and a 1/4 cup of minced fresh parsley you'll add at the end. Ginger 1 ounce, very small diced, and 4 ounces of yellow pear tomatoes cut in half. If you don't have those, use regular tomatoes. And a 1/3 cup of olive oil or butter. I'm going with the olive oil today. Everything is laid out and ready. First thing I'll do is put the oil in. Next, the vegetables, tomatoes, everything I diced up. There goes the ginger, the celery, the peppers, the carrots, tomatoes, garlic. It's a crock pot, so it doesn't cook fast, but the fact that I preheated it, put it on high for about almost an hour, you can hear it cooking already. So we'll let this cook. I just put 3 bay leaves and a half a teaspoon of thyme. That's dried thyme. If you have fresh, use fresh. We're going to cook this for about 5 minutes. We'll cover it up. This 5 minutes in there, sweating the vegetables, getting more flavor out of them before we put the rice on the stock. We'll turn that 5 minutes into 8 minutes. And also make sure that the chicken stock, if you don't want to use chicken stock, use water. If you don't want to use water, use vegetable stock. How do you make vegetable stock? Boil up a good amount of carrots, onions, celery. Boil it. Have the 3 cups ready, very hot. It'll help the cooking time in the pot. I'm going to add the sea salt. We're still within the 8 minutes. 2 teaspoons. Sea salt's much better to use than regular salt. And the half a teaspoon of black pepper. I like things a little bit spicy, but not all that spicy. Okay, that's the end of 8 minutes. We'll mix this up. Add the chicken. Mix that up. Add the rice. And the chicken stock. Give it a mix. Make sure all the chicken's separated. And we are ready to go. Next time, the next voice you hear will be mine telling you that it's done, and I'll let you know the timing. Let's say you forgot something, as I did. I forgot the onions, so what did I have to do? I had to go over and saute the onions on the stove for a few minutes. You can't put them in there raw. That's why we sweated up all the vegetables earlier. So there. I just corrected a little error. Not a big deal. After a total of 1 hour and 48 minutes, we are done. What I added to the mix was 1 teaspoon more of salt and 1/8 a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And now we're ready to serve. I'll let you know how many portions we get out of this. Isn't that lovely? Let's add another 20 minutes on low setting on the cooker. And then this recipe will serve 3 people with a little leftover, or 4 people with no leftovers.